So my name is Mira Johnson. Welcome. Some people call me Mira or Chef Mira, and I am the founder of Breaking Bread with Mira. There's a few misconceptions about plantains. One of them is that plantains are a vegetable. They're actually a fruit, and they are from the same family as bananas, but they're not bananas. They're like, you know how you could see a family that look alike a lot, and you could see the nephews and the cousins, they look up, but they might be a little bigger, a little darker, a little lighter, but you see their faces and you could tell they're the same family. Was it the same thing with plantains and bananas? But the plantains, and we'll go a little bit of the differences, but the plantains has a little bit more starch. So that's why it's considered, some people think that it's a vegetable, but it's actually a fruit. This is a green plantain right here. Can be used steamed, smashed, fried, boiled. There's so many ways that you could use it. You could shred it, and I'll show you what it looks like when you shred it, and then when you put it together, okay? And that's how you make the dumplings, the little dumplings. The fruit, of course, eaten. I recently discovered or learned there's more uses to the leaves than I thought. When I was a child, I remember watching my mom and my grandma go into the backyard with a machete, and I know it's hard, not everybody has a mom that owns a machete, but I did. You did too? Okay. And she will go into the backyard and go get one of the leaves right here, cut them up, wash them, rinse them, and then she will bring them to the stove and pass them through the fire. That's what I learned to do. So for years I did that. Of course, later when I started developing my talents and my God-given gifts in the kitchen, I learned that she did that. I don't know why I never asked her, but she did that so they could be sanitized and they're also pliable. So you could actually use them. So you're supposed to cut the two ends first. Okay? I usually do this in my hand, but I want to be responsible and show you a safer way. And then you slice it down, both sides. No? Okay, so with the knife, the tip of the knife, you pull a little bit of the skin out. See that? And then easily, with your thumb, you're gonna make pressure and just pull it. See that? Now, if the plantain has been in the refrigerator, it's not going to be this easy because what we call la leche, the juice or the milk they have in between the skin and the actual fruit gets hardened in the refrigerator. So when you try to do this, it's not going to be as easy. So just get your, take your plantains out of the refrigerator if you had them there, a few hours before you cook them, and you'll be able to just do that and it'll be nothing. You want to have your oil at least at 350, okay, because you want them to sizzle like that, but you don't want it to be too hot where it will burn them too. Get your green plantains and leave them out in the kitchen, in the counter kitchen, in a little basket. And about 3, 4, 5 days, you're going to see them. They're going to start turning yellow. Now, they're going to go bad if you don't use them. But if you catch them in the right time, right before they're about to go bad, they get really sweet. And that's when you could use them for desserts. You could just saute them in butter and brown sugar and cinnamon, and you could top any cake, ice cream, pie with that, and it's just delicious. Okay, you could even flambe in a little bit if you use a little bit of cognac or brandy on them. Let me show you. This is the plantain. You cut it up, fry it once for about 3 minutes so they're cooked inside. I don't know if you can see this from there, but you just want to put them in here and smash them. And then they're going to go back in the oil, into the oil for a little bit longer. Uh-oh. And they're very forgiving, so if they break a little bit, don't worry about it. They'll be fine. I'm going to get a few more here so we could start tasting this deliciousness. I remember when I was little, my mom used to just make them, boil them, put some salt and pepper and a drizzle of olive oil on top. You talk about comfort food. To me, that's the definition of comfort food. I know this is not as healthy because they're fried, but you could use olive oil, or you could just cook them in the oven, smash them, put them in the oven again so they get crispy. Okay, if you don't want to do the oil. You want to toast a little bit of salt on them. Mojito is just ground or smashed, or you could pass it through the processor garlic. I used a little bit of salt and pepper, olive oil, just a drizzle of vinegar, because the vinegar is going to neutralize a little bit the garlic, so it's not going to be so acidic in your stomach. So you want to do a little bit of olive oil and vinegar. Perfect. And then I want to thank you for breaking bread with me. Yes. Thank you. And we have some contact information, and I wanted to close with one of my quotes, and is that cooking is art and chemistry mixed together. It's that simple. And it's just a colorful flavors developed in a melody of temperatures and calculations. When I say that I was gonna play here, this is truly a joy for me, because cooking is just such a great way. Not only is therapeutical to me, but I get so surprised when I see the results, you know, and I get to taste the flavors, and it's my effort. So I wanna thank you again for taking the time to come in here.